if he just soaks up the initiation of Maureen or something from, Tree or anyone else, it will give freedom for Nisha and Mickey to understand how to enter the fight, how to place the egg on Tofu, right? So I think there's kind of this race to the auras, right? Can Ace get them quick enough to buy time for Liquid to then shine in these earlier fights?
Touch the Primal Beast because they know that they're going to give themselves such a difficult time trying to not only just lane against it, but play against it in its entirety in a game.
Yeah, this game though, it's going to be one of those where he starts defense. Oh, snaking top.
Let's have a look, see if they can turn and take him down here. Ace and Boxy with the chase, they'll be able to find it. First blood for Liquid here as Snaking gets caught out. Sort of support such as Boxy on the Tusk by his side, right? They've got a lot of potential to make early plays on Liquid and really just, abuse the fact that they're going to have this incredibly strong Storm very early into the game. And we'll see them go for some action here, getting the angle on towards Crit. Nisha's able to close in on towards him. In fact, Nisha, he's looking for more. He says, you guys have got Crit. I want to try and see if we can bully for more. Push Maureen away.
Mid-tower.
I mean, yeah, it's starting to take a beating pretty early on. 6.5 minutes in.
Did see Liquid do very good in these other lanes. Ace is 6 up top.
Now, Neymar stepping up pretty aggressively. See if they can punish this Liquid with the 3 of them. Of course, this Bristol's still rather a tough target to take down, but the 3 of them will have him. So, again, Liquid, even finding these sort of chances, right, as you talked about, he was having a great start on this Bristle. I think
they might just go for more, too. Look at this Primal. With him losing his tower so early, too, it gives so much information.
I mean, nobody can come over to help him, right? That's the problem right now from Falcons. These sort of moves can come out from Liquid, and Falcons, they just sort of had to accept it. That's going to be Maureen dead. The difference just continues to grow here between Nisha and Maureen this game.
Looks like Maureen wants to make a move down bottom. I think they're anticipating that Mick has been left alone.
So thinking get away with the dive. TPs are going to start coming in for Mickey immediately. He's ready to turn it with the ult. He's going to be able to jump out to the side as well. Mickey gets away, and now Liquid, they're ready to turn and punish this dive. Maureen's going to try and stand his ground with the grab on towards Nisha, but Maureen, he's dead again. Falcons, they can't get the kill, and they can't get Maureen out of there. So Maureen's game continues to suffer on the Primal. Now
Boxy, we so want to see his movements. He's got 5 kill participation already.
They're going to try and go for Amar here with the damage from Nisha. Again, they have to be careful about how they go about this. Amar is still pretty tanky, and this time, too tanky for them to take down. They won't be able to fully commit to get the kill, and we'll end up losing Boxy for the effort.
He got pulled in Snowball, but I guess it was while he was grappling, and he pulled himself out of the Snowball. Did I see that right?
Yeah, because he disappeared for a second, right? No, you're absolutely right. I was like, oh, he got Snowball saved. Oh, wait, he didn't. He's not in the Snowball, but I think that's exactly indeed what, as you say, the animation of him grappling to the tree was interrupted, but then when he finished the grapple, he gets back to it. Back in the action, though, Mickey, he gets dove, and this time, the backup can't come in, of course. Cooldowns had already been used, so I think, the team's going to be kind of looking at me like, bro, what are you doing down here? It's not safe anymore. It certainly isn't. Tier 1 now under pressure from Falcons. And at the same time, Nisha and Boxy will look to continue to bully Maureen as they take him out once again, doing everything they can to try and ensure that it's going to be very hard for Maureen to get his game online this game. He's going to be going straight for the Silver Edge after the Vlad. So a very active, very anti-Bristle build, specifically for this situation. We'll see how it works out top. They're going to get the setup onto Ace. He's got the mech to heal up, but will not be enough to save him by far as they're able to lock him down with Shackle Shot and bring in the damage to take him out. So all things considered and all the sort of focus that Liquid have been able to put on Maureen in the early game.
Nisha's got, by the way, he's got all power runes. He's got an amp damage for this fight too. So Skeeter getting jumped immediately.
Yep, they're going to have to catch on him. Vortex at the ready. Skeeter, he's got nowhere to run. We'll try and shoot back here with a focus fire, but outnumbered and taken out. They'll get the kill. Same time, though, Ace up on the top lane, dying again, Fogged. I think that's sort of a death that you don't necessarily expect to be happening, and I think, from Liquid's perspective, it shouldn't be happening, right? If Ace kind of baits Falcons in onto them whilst he has the backup this time.
True. Very true.
Let's have a look. I mean, they're looking towards the Bristle. Yeah, they're going to try and find Maureen first, but Maureen does get the grab off. Good Ice Path and Macropire coming out from Crit. That's going to be Ace and Boxy just dead. I mean, the Supernova's not going to do a whole lot as Falcons. They can kite that for now. Skeeter, does he want to be able to dive in and get more? He gets a lovely shackle onto Mickey. Do they have follow-up? They've got the focus fire coming in. Mickey will try and stand his ground with the ultimate, but he is just gone. Nisha, he's going to zip in, but he immediately has to zip back out as he has no business cleaning up anyone. And they're going to go for a smoke liquid.
Yeah.
I'll see what they can catch.
200 gold from the Blink Dagger. They want to try to get something. Top Ace.
He's in trouble. They get the setup here. Short Shackle shot into the ice bar. Maureen's ready to close the gap. They'll drop the overgrowth and everything to lock him down. Nisha comes across to try and bail him out, but it's already a death for the Razor. They'll try and get Maureen in return. They should be able to find him. They will. They'll get at least that kill. Can they leave it as that, though? Amar's turned up. Liquid, they've got to start getting away. Box is going to try for the TP, but the Shackle's back up. So Falcons, they'll get themselves a second kill out of this one. And now that they're outnumbered, Liquid, they have to completely evacuate the area. Is it going to be some sort of scenario of events where they can set up for Mickey to get in, get that break, kill the Bristle, or is it not going to be the case? We'll see Mickey go for the setup on towards Skeeter. Good start here. Skeeter's able to break away with the Hurricane Pipe immediately into the TP. They've got nothing to catch him. Meanwhile, back over towards the mid of the map, Boxy and Nisha are in trouble. Boxy's dead. Nisha gets caught out by Malrine.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's tough, right? In terms of the net worth, it has been close for a lot of this game, but this sort of step up in lead now that we're going to see from Falcons, it did always kind of seem inevitable, Fogged, right? This was always going to be coming.
Man. Is that a banner? Oh, there's a banner in the pit. They didn't notice. Whoops. Oh, Sean banner. Chilling. Bottom.
Gonna try for the opening on towards Skeeter. Skeeter is have a force away. Can they at least take him down the once they can? That's gonna be the Aegis gone. They'll look to turn towards Crit, but the backup comes in with the overgrowth out of the three of the Marin comes in with the grab on the KK. Falcons, they're still backing off though. They'll get away from the Supernova. Now they're ready to look to get back in. The Rock Throw comes in, catches onto the two, and then catches both Mickey and Ace. That's gonna be Mickey gone, Ace to fall as well. A very nice sort of backup there from Falcons to avoid the Supernova, get back in, shackle onto Tofu, catch the Phoenix on top of it all. Falcons looking well prepared for any situation right now that Liquid tries to throw at them. Can they get something with this smoke, Liquid?
Amar?
Do they really want to try starting on the Bristle? They're going to look towards him, but immediately the BKB and the Lotus is off. So they have to start backing away. And now Boxy, he's going to get left behind. It's going to be him gone. So they get the BKB out of the Bristle, but that's pretty much all they can get out of him.
Yeah, Maureen.
For the grab on a Mickey, but Mickey quickly gets the BKB off, turns towards Maureen. Gonna look towards Crit, but Crit able to buy time here with the self-fuels. He'll turn, get the Hex up onto Nisha, but that is gonna be Crit dead. Nisha after the Hex wears off will get out of there. Skeeter, he's able to commit in though and just take out Mickey. It's going to be Mickey dead for 90 seconds. Once again, Falcons, they can kite out the Supernova. Nisha will be able to dodge the overgrowth here as he commits with the ball lightning on towards Skeeter. But Ace is in trouble. Marion and Amar turn back towards him. Ace is gone. Amar and Marion have the control and damage to bring down Nisha. Take out Boxy for a second time in the fight. It's just far too much for Liquid to handle right now. Falcons, they can head into the pit. But, no doubt about it, Falcons is going to feel pretty good. Yeah, coming in this hot.
Usually they faulted the first game.
Yeah, and they're not falling at all here. They might have had a bit of a slow start in the mid from Maureen, but now at this point, you know, Maureen, as always, has got his game back online. It's Ace dead without buyback. He's out for 80 seconds. Falcons onto the tier 4s, ready to start closing this one up. Liquid, have they got any sort of final defense with the last 4 of them? I don't think so. Skeeter's onto the Ancient here with the focus fire. Nisha's going to try for the grab on towards Maureen. Boxes him with a punch up on a Skeeter, but Skeeter's able to get away from him. The Ice Path catches on towards Nisha. He's gone. He'll buy back immediately. They've got the Supernova. They're trying to focus Maureen, but he gets the grab onto Mickey. Mickey to fall. He'll buy back, but Skeeter, he was just ending the game. This game's over. GG's called. Falcons take game 1, and Liquid, they're really going to have to make some changes going into game 2, Fogged.
But some of that is the fact that Liquid, they can't be playing from an even state. And I also think that you look at Ace's scoreline here, 0-8-3. I think if you're Falcons, this is you call this bluff, right? You said, we're going to give you the Razor here. Everyone else is banning.
Find the Clinks, kill the Clinks, make him 0-7. Just make sure he's just depressed in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think, if I'm being honest, I think the bar of execution is even higher for Liquid this game. I think they need to play even better than they did last game.
And this time, Maureen has Chen, right? So not that Snake does it too much, but he can send the creep to deny a rune, make sure that Maureen at least gets an advantage. Just top.
They're going to get him.
Nice play.
He was sitting around pretty low, and Tofu's able to finish off the job. So first blood coming in for the safe lane duo of Liquid for this game 2.
Doing a good job of also trying to meet the creep waves. Not going to meet it this time, but Mickey has a double wave that he's going to be able to deny the secondary wave away from that Mars. And Tofu might even be able to go for another.
He can. Crit's already used the catchy lick, so this dual breath's going to end up finishing him off. And Mar at this point, he can't do anything to bully back Tofu in response. So that's Liquid cleaning up both the kills here on this top lane. This time around here from the safe lane of Liquid. I mean, last game, you know, it wasn't necessarily a rough start for Mickey, it just wasn't the easiest. But yeah, with this sort of start and setup that Tofu's giving him, we really should start to see Mickey get his arms online much quicker. We'll see down bottom. Get the chance to bring down one of them. Can they get Skeeter as well, though? He's going to be able to get the heal off with the death pack. Plasma Field comes in. It's not quite enough burst to kill Skeeter off, but the static link damage from Ace will build up, take him down. So Liquid, straight off the bat here in this game too, both side lanes going so much better than what they're able to achieve in the first few minutes of game one. And top lane, they're even looking to dive here. They're getting him with the burst on the walls of Mar and Crit. They're getting bullied back up towards the tier 2 here, just 4 minutes in.
That's another creep wave that they're going to be missing. Meanwhile, mid, Nisha is having that success. Okay, so it looks like it's a bit of a different approach. Last time, they fully emphasized shut down Malrine, put wards. This time, it's shut down the offlane a bit more.
That's off. It's going to be Crit dead. They're going to be able to take him out. He was at least able to walk up and actually kill off both of their couriers before he ends up dying. But it is still him dying yet again. And Mickey continuing to have this fantastic start in the safe lane, you know, massively in part to the moves and aggression that Tofu's gotten away with. Chase down Ace this time, out on his own. Falcons get the chance to strike back. Get a nice kill here between the both of them. And of course, whilst this will be going down on the side lanes, but he is going to continue to get chased down. Actually, they don't even want to bother chasing. At least Mickey wants to get back to the creeps. He'll just sort of leave Tofu to deal with this one. So Amar, he'll have to just spend time running away, TPing back to safety. Bottom, they get in onto Skeeter again, and Snaking can't stop them. Skeeter dead once more. So as soon as sort of Ace dies, gets back into the lane, gets the chance to get back and aggressive on towards Skeeter, taking out that carry. Yeah, Liquid, I guess, you know, game one was the warm-up. Now they're ready to go. 4K lead, it's a massive start.
It's a massive start, and also for Falcons, their heroes, the two supports in particular, are completely reliant on cores. They do not really provide much damage at all.
It's going to be another kill here, very likely on for Ace. Coming in with the static link, chases Snaking down. It's getting hard for Falcons to sort of show their faces in the lanes already.
They might have to try to bring numbers somewhere, but Malrine shows mid, gets caught by the stun.
They're straight onto him. He's dead.
He's gone.
Tofu on a killing spree here as the Jakiro. They're trying to make moves onto Mickey top here between Amar and Crit. But they can't. You know, he's going to actually turn and get aggressive back over towards Crit, jumping around. And Amar still a full level away from picking up the 6, getting the arena online. Mickey's just able to fight back and buy time for Liquid, the backup to come in. They're going to get the setup onto Amar. Crit will try and lick him back to safety, but he cannot bail the Mars out of this one. There's Amar dead. Liquid just rolling across the map. Bottom, they get the catch on to Skeeter. It's, they're turning it up here in game 2, Liquid. And we'll get a little bit of a punch back as they catch Tofu beyond the tier 1 tower, Falcons, but they need so much more to slow down this early game from Liquid. Nisha is going to be able to take this tower by the looks of him. Yeah, he's got to be careful how far he steps forward. You can see Mickey at the side already looking to see if he can get a jump in. No chance for him to close in with the angle of the onslaught and the pulverize. Mickey able to sort of hold his own, not just against 2 heroes on his own, but now against 3 heroes. They just can't punish him in this top lane.
And now Crit, it's just constant. They're just playing super aggressive on Liquid.
I mean, Marion has to sort of hold back Nisha, but he might lose his own life for this. He does. He's able to bail Crit out of that, but he's not going to be too happy with that at all, Maureen, as he's dead again.
They have to try to slow the pace down because they don't have ultis really online, and their damage, it needs to have kind of Mars and Primal ult to provide damage. The 2 supports don't provide damage.
I want to go for Ace, but Mickey's there with the backup. Immediately gets the silence onto Maureen, putting a stop to the pulverize. Crit's going to try and chase Ace down, but he can't commit for this. Snake is getting destroyed by Mickey, and now Mickey's ready to look to maybe dive Crit and Maureen as well. They have to just run. They have to get out of here. They cannot deal with the Kez right now. 2-0-3.
Just all 3 towers taken super early and just playing to their strengths. Rallying around Nisha, winning the lanes very hard.
And look at this mid.
It's a triple lane win.
And it's a Mars that's still level 5 fogged. Liquid supports at level 6 and level 7. They'll be able to get him out of the cogs, but the hook shot was saved for him. Amar dead again.
This is accelerating too fast.
He is falling so far behind on both XP and gold now. It's a very different game for Amar. We saw him pop off, have a super chill game on the Bristle in game 1, but here game 2 on his Mars, he is getting punished. bottom. Maureen, can he finish off the kill onto Ace? He can't. Ace lives. He's able to turn. Okay, we'll actually die there.
Was that chip vest?
The old chip vest? It was, yeah, the chip vest return damage did get him. Same time,
and they're owning,
Mickey continues to rack up the kills. Kills off crit. Liquid just bringing constant action.
Falcons, they've got Arena up. They need to do something and around a tower because they don't have damage.
I mean, he got his level 6, so we'll be able to get the Arena off onto Mickey. Backups coming in. Can they punish Mickey for this dive? They can.
Okay.
They bring Mickey down. They will still lose snaking. They've now got the grab on towards Tofu. Falcons getting a bit of an opening to get some kills in return. Amar's still ticking down pretty low, but he'll get the spear off. And with the help of Maureen, finish off Tofu as well. So Liquid, for all the kind of flawless aggression they've been coming in with so far.
This is the fastest I've seen them play. 17 kills, 12 minutes, 4 towers, and still looking to accelerate around Nisha. He's got the Greaves.
And look at this,
Shot.
Foxy. He's going to get the setup. Maureen can't get out of this. Nisha's got the backup. Stun will connect. Maureen gone. Crew will try the setup in return on the Boxy. They're bringing in Skeeter for the damage, but is it enough damage at this point to even kill Boxy? They'll throw the blood grenade out on towards him, but Boxy's going to live. He gets away. Amar couldn't find the sort of distance to get the spear on towards him. Has to turn to Nisha instead. And now with Tofu, if Falcons have to run, Skeeter's in trouble. Nisha lands the stun. They've caught the click. Skeeter will try and heal up with the Death Pact. Tofu will lay down the dual breath. Skeeter attempting to get away from Nisha, but Mickey jumps in, takes him out. Again, sort of 3 dead. I mean, effectively, yeah, all 3 cores they're going down one by one on Falcon's side. So Liquid, they might have had that bit of a slip-up where they lost themselves to carry, but straight back in, Nisha is leading the charge, getting these kills. Ace is getting gone on here by the 3 of them, but they can't kill him 3v1.
They can't kill him.
He ends up killing Snake King. They've got to run. Boxy's got a hookshot back up, and he lands it. Straight in, over towards Crit, gets the cogs down on towards him. Marion will try and free Crit, but the battery assault's coming in. Crit playing his guitar, will manage to heal. Marion turns back over towards him. Boxy's going to go for the TP out, but they've got ways to stop it. So Boxy will finally fall. But indeed, over on the other side, space is there. We're pre-14 minutes in. They've taken another tier 2 tower. They'll have the setup and space to claim both of these. Wisdom's coming up by the looks of it, Fogged.
Okay, they pass the blink over. Maureen does have it finished. They're stalking Ace. So it looks like they're trying to catch if Falcons is split up.
Him. I mean, he's still pretty tanky at this point. But with the control, they've gone enough to take him out between the 2 of them. Boxy's coming in with the wraparound from the side. Does he want to go for the hookshot play? Doesn't really have anyone close by. So we'll hold back for now on the jump. Falcons finding themselves a little bit of a chance. And Skeeter, the growth is just going to be exponential because they're still taking objectives, they're still taking fights. He's able to clean up camps incredibly quickly and just be insanely farmed on this Kez. He'll get himself a freebie top as he catches out Snake King. Yeah, this is going to be some crazy levels of network we're going to see so early on this Kez carry. And indeed, Amar caught out once again. It really has been, both of these games, right? We've seen offlane suffer. Game 1, Ace absolutely suffered. Game 2, Amar, he's suffering pretty much on the same level, maybe even more.
It's just all the right moves this time. Liquid, last time, were pretty disconnected. This time, we're seeing they're in unison.
I mean,
and Falcons,
they're thinking about going for a steal, but it's not going to come soon enough. That's going to be Roche got on the Aegis, picked up Amar's going to try for a jump. We'll get the Arena down on the 4 of them, but didn't catch Mickey. Mickey was still able to jump over towards him. Amar's got to run. Falcons, they're trying to back off. Liquid, can they get the catches? Skeeter's going to get clipped by the plasma field slow. Ace chases him down with the static link. It's a dead Clinks. Crit just out of range of the stun. He'll get out of there, but there's the carry dead once again.
It's desperate moves for Falcons. Just an attempt for maybe just a kill to get out. Looks like they might be able to find Tofu split away.
Surely, this should be a job well done. He's got backup coming. I mean, Tofu will finally go down. See if they can at least get away from Mickey, though. Look at the spear push back on towards him. Should give enough chance for them to get out. Mickey's going to do his best to keep chasing. Oh, okay, we'll be able to cut down the tree, get himself out of that.
Cool pivot of the build,
Ace. Oh, Amar's going to try with the spear push back into the trees, but yeah, they can't go onto him. I mean, maybe with Skeeter they can try. They're thinking about it, but Mickey's just going to jump straight over towards Crit. Crit will get up to the high ground, but ends up ticking out to the damage here at the Kez. Can Mickey go for more? He's got Nisha coming in ready to join him. Mickey standing his ground, but will lose his Aegis. Stun comes out from Nisha. Now they've got to run. They surely can't take out this Kez a second time. Nisha is able to take out one of them. Skeeter's sort of trapped in the trees. He's just dying to this AoE damage pumping out from Nisha. Nisha gets the triple kill. They're getting kind of little scraps here. You know, they kill off a Razor, they take away the Aegis, but the team fight still just disastrous consequences here for Falcons. Liquid, they're up to the high ground. It's 19 minutes in, folks.
Amar?
McKay, straight over towards him. Crit, trying to bail him out.
Heals?
Nope. Yeah, can't do so. Too much farm here on McKay right now. Having an absolute treat of a performance. But as soon as they sort of start to move over to that side of the map, Nisha's going to be back in the neighborhood. They'll look over towards Nisha.
Nisha?
They're going to try for the jump. Can they burst through him, though? It's up by the tier 1. TP backup's coming in. Nisha is going to get caught in the arena in the spear, but the damage is not enough to bring him down. They've got to start backing away. Snaking will TP out. Marine's on the run. Skeeter will try and turn towards Ace, but at this point, he just doesn't have the farm or the damage to threaten the Razor. Mickey comes swinging across. He's got the setup here with the ult. Skeeter trying to hide in the shadows. I mean, Tofu might just have his hands on him. Skeeter's going to try and tackle the Jakiro, but he cannot do so. Nisha's cleaning up the Mars. Ace ready to fully crit back up to the base. Skeeter still on the run, who will bring back down Tofu, but the time it took just brought enough for Mickey to just come back across, kill Skeeter off again.
This game's insane.
That's going to be the money for Mickey to have the full BKB coming out now.
But they didn't have their clinks. If they can go for plays like this with the clinks, catching them off guard, you can see they can snipe one target. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Then they probably just lose the fight. But they can try with this advantage. Nisha?
Going to try for the jump mid. The opening, but Nisha's got backup. Boxy.
Nisha.
Get the jump, but Maureen with the BKB. All right.
Big damage.
With that BKB showing, he actually cleans up the both of them. Elsewhere on the map, though, Mickey was able to make the move to take down Amar solo. He's now getting stalked by Skeeter. I don't know if Skeeter's going to really want to show himself, though. Not a lot he can do on his own against the Kez, but that little move mid, I mean, I said that's quite a big one. Taking out those 2 kills. I mean, Marin, he made it work there with that first use of the BKB. That was massive.
Liquid is looking to group up, though. They do not want to hemorrhage any of these kills anymore. No, they even buy a blink on Boxy, so all about stopping that primal.
They're going to make the jump forward here. Boxy going very aggressive, and they might just bail on Crit. Leave Crit behind. Mickey, of course, wants to try and chase him for more. If they can get the catch onto Maureen, he'll pop the BKB. If they've got the damage to kill him off for it, they should. Yeah, Ace is coming in with the wraparound. Maureen trying to get out of the cogs. He's got the onslaught. He can't get over the tree line. Liquid back to business. They run them down as the team and take Maureen out, which at this point, he has to be target number 1, right? You cannot ignore this primal. Maureen is absolutely he's sort of the hope here for Falcons in terms of making a comeback. You kill him off, you get back to sort of the position you need to be in right now as Liquid.
Yeah, I think they immediately were like, okay, guys, like we're splitting up, you know, we're showing 3 lanes. As soon as they start to stick together again, back to business. You can see that the damage just wasn't really there. Amar is literally a support.
And you're a fan of seeing like what Boxy can do here with this advantage. You're obviously getting the blink a lot earlier on the clock, and sometimes you don't pick up on clock at all, but Boxy getting a lot done with it this game.
I love
another setup there.
I really like Blink Dagger when you're ahead.
Maureen is going to commit in for this one. The static link of the BKB was already off though from Ace. Maureen potentially in trouble. I don't know if he's getting out of this one. He's not. He's out for a minute. That's Amar dead as well. Skeeter, not anything he can do here whilst pretty much on his own. He has to back away. And that was a situation, you know, Maureen, he knows he has to sort of go all out to try and recover a game like this. He's spent up on the refresher. So he's dead for 50. No chance of getting back in on this. There should be all the freedom that Liquid need to step into the Roche, get an easy Aegis. Well, this game too, showing we're not getting that. At least not here in this first best of 5. No way. Liquid.
I don't think we're going to be seeing too much Largo again, I got to be honest.
It's not done too well in some of the games. That's certainly true. I mean, Amari's going to try for the jump and gets a little bit awkward there. He'll have to start potentially backing off. He's going to look for the angle. Gets a pretty good spear onto Mickey.
No damage.
But no follow-up. Mickey just turns, kills Amar off yet again. And Liquid, they can very much look to start pressuring the high ground if they want to. 2 dead on Falcons. The bottom rank's gone on towards the mid. Liquid, they'll give some respect here to Amar respawning. He'll look for the spear push back on Anisha. See if they can burst through Anisha the once. Marin comes in as well with the BKB. He'll get the grab on towards him. Gets put to a stop, though. He has to pop the refresher to get that second BKB and charge out of here. They've taken him down the once. As the Aegis gone, and they're able to do it relatively cleanly, at least not losing any heroes, but obviously in terms of items and skills, a lot had to be thrown down for that. Yeah, Liquid's going to be ready to make the jump back in. Smoke top, Nisha back up to full HP, of course. Ready for the Blink Hex play, if anybody on Falcons dares show. They've got info down here underneath the ward. They're going to find Skeeter. Was trying to get a creep camp or two out on the map, but the vision was down here from Liquid. He'll look to turn towards Tofu, but Skeeter is not getting out of this one. That's him gone. And at the same time, Nisha and Boxy are indeed able to shut down Amar, trying to connect to him. Both cores dead on Falcons. That's the full BKB on Nisha. They're going to try. Maureen's in with the BKB in the grab, but it's immediately put to a stop here by the hook shot of Boxy. Mickey and Ace turn straight towards him. They've got the physical damage to push him back. Maureen, he'll be able to separate himself from them, but the barracks are gone. The mega creeps are out. Amar dead once again. Liquid ready to close this one up as they bully back, snaking up to the fountain. Mickey finishes him off with an Echo Slash. The tier 4s are falling. The game's done. GG is called. Liquid strike back hard here in this game 2 to bring it 1-1 now. What a game from them, Fog.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
All three, they've won Greaves on Leshrac, but he kind of bought that for himself, really. And then there's a Blink on Clockwork. Like, there's some insanely selfish items. Everyone just said, you know what, Falcons, they like to play this split the map style.
Maybe like some blade mail teamfight hero, unless it's just Hyde or something.
Ooh. There's a teamfight hero.
Yeah.
It's a very good Brewmaster game.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. It's not Amar or Siggy, but he can definitely play it.
Yeah, how much pressure can they put onto the safe lane Weaver with this Rubik Razor duo? It's going to, of course, have a decent amount of burst right between the two of them, and have to be careful with those Shikuchis if you do sort of get caught out. The point comes in with the telekinesis early bottom. It's going to be first blood for Mickey, though. Good catch from Boxy.
See if you
can imagine sort of thing. Now he's a few games in. I think Maureen is going to be warmed up to the point where, sure, you might beat him in the matchup because of the strength of the Storm, but surely it's not going to be as brutal as game 1. Top lane Tofu's in trouble. Skeeter and Snaking will be able to finish him off. And actually get some good damage on towards Ace as well. Shouldn't quite be able to kill him.
In the mid game, we'll have to see the results of the Lion too, right? Crit.
Okay, get him caught in the cogs. Push off the mark. See if that matters. It might, because yeah, Crit's able to turn and get the stun off. Nah, they still get the job done. Can Amar get Boxy in return? Battery Assault causing issues, and it's going to mean that Amar can't get that final hit in. So he's fine. Liquid get themselves another kill between the two of them in the safe lane.
Great cogs. I think if the second cog doesn't hit, perhaps they can get the kill. Boxy will suicide. Mickey is not healthy. He's going to need a cell. Tofu.
Yeah, Snaking was able to sort of start the battle between the supports. Skeeter swings across. They don't only just kill him, but they also killed him off when he was trying to TP out. So Tofu, he's going to be out of the lane for a fair bit of time now.
No, not going to be the case.
Bottom. Very nice shackles there from Mickey. Just going to get the setup onto Crit. He'll turn with the Hex onto Mickey. Power shots coming in. Not quite enough to kill him off. He wants to dive in for the kill. Mickey will be able to stop the salve on Crit and get the extra couple of hits to find the kill. He'll get out perfectly fine. So, making sure the salves are wasted, still getting the kills.
But it's good that he's got all these CS, right? 23 last hits on him, but he's got those 3 kills that pumps him back up toward that top, similar to the Weaver. Tofu again on the side.
Steps up, gets caught in the setup here of Snaking. I mean, that's going to be Tofu very likely dead once more in this lane. They'll look towards Ace. Ace also ready to go here from Snaking. Ace, he's got 11-1 charges. Will be enough to keep him safe. Turns with the plasma field, but still, he's going to have to sit under the tower. Super low on the HP. You just let this tier 1 go and just sort of hope for the best with Ace just left on his own up here?
You only can do it if the Storm wants to move. They're going to go for bottom.
Get the setup here, and they'll make sure they get this kill. Bringing in the back of Anisha and ensuring that Amar has no chance to run. So whilst things aren't going great for Liquid on the top side...
and Tofu's going to walk in and be like, oh no.
And Ace is low.
Ace?
They could just turn over towards him. So not only do they take the stacks, they're going to be able to take his life. They lay down the Macropire. That's Ace gone. Tofu's also got to step back. He's lucky that Maureen doesn't have the pulverize, still on cooldown for a few seconds after he was clearing the Ancients. Able to kind of keep the game going. If he has a fine start, as he has here, you know, pretty much getting as much as Nisha. You know, Nisha's just slightly ahead on the net worth. You know that he's going to be bringing the moves, bringing the plays, and it could start getting pretty messy for Liquid. Here's the setup up top. They get the burst. It's going to be enough to bring Ace down. No, Maureen, he can really start getting the show going now.
It's much easier for Falcons to do that than Liquid. They're going to try for Amar here.
The Shackle, have they got enough lockdown? The Stolen Stun into the burst, it's enough. They bring down Amar before he's able to get the split off. Boxy will end up dying in return though, and Snaking's got backup, so Liquid, they can't actually push for a second kill from this. Crit gets the stun on towards Tofu into the Hex. Falcons, they'll clean up another, and now look to chase down Nisha. Nisha still having enough mana to get just far enough away. Skeeter's going to try and chase on, but won't be able to get in underneath the tier 2s. He is indeed looking for the wraparound potential. Does have Pulverize back and ready. Under the tier 2 seems to be a dive too far. Let's just swing back over towards the mid. Maybe see if they can go on towards Ace knowing that he's alone. And there's the opening. Maureen into the trees, finds Ace. Amar's coming in with that extra bit of damage. They'll hold back Amar with the Shackle. They've got the split and they've got Skeeter. Comes in, Ace dead again. And now they've got the Ice Path on Anisha. Crit's got the follow-up stun. They've got the lockdown. They take Anisha out as well. The fights are starting to get brought to Liquid here by Falcons. And as you were worried about, Fogged, it's starting to get very messy from Liquid. You know, Falcons, they turn up, they're ready to play Dota, bring this action, and it's looking a lot more solid from their side of things. Tofu's trying to lead him with the Shikuchi, but him and Mickey can't get anything here. Going for these quick pickoffs. They've got a lot of damage with Mickey, but indeed Ace.
He's so far.
I think he's going down again here. Skeeter and Snaking have found him. The Ice Path will miss, but at this point shouldn't matter. Macropire's laid down, easily enough to take him out. Can Liquid at least find something in return? Tofu comes in. We'll find the setup for them to snipe Snaking in return. See what they can get in the mid as well. They get the jump over to Maureen. Caught in the cogs here. Crit trying his best to bail him out, holding back Nisha, but Nisha's still got plenty of mana to play with. Jumps in, finishes off the job. We'll have to respect the fact that Amar's turned up. No split still, though, for about 10 seconds. Amar just coming in with the right clicks, though, to take down Boxy. Tofu and Mickey will find Crit off to the side, and they'll back out. Tofu continues to jump away here with the stolen Shikuchi.
He's doing pretty decent. The Shikuchi stolen still holding on to it, getting these extra little kills.
Oh, Ace, not again.
Again.
It's happening again. Fogty's gone.
Truly. 0-5.
I mean, Liquid was... Because what's the plan going to be with this? Because obviously they did go through this, right, in game 1, right? Where Ace started to have a really rough time on the Razor. He was getting picked off. They're going to get the catch on to him, and at this point, yeah, Mickey just absolutely tears through him here with the setup from Nisha.
I said he was a little far forward. Maybe play a little even more defensively, even though that's not that far forward. Just play as farming and careful as possible while your team is making moves. This is a big flank. Falcons, they found Mickey.
They do. It's a big catch. Mickey, can they bail him out? They can't. That's Mickey gone, the end of his streak. A lot of money going over towards Maureen. Throws the rock forwards over towards Tofu. They'll catch the Rubik, and they've got to run. Nisha should be fine. Heading into the side, has plenty of mana to get far, far away from Falcons.
They're going to start Roche. They've got all the ultis ready.
I mean, Liquid's going to want to have a say in this. They've got hookshot back up in a few seconds. They've got plenty of ways to get in, but already the jump's going to be made up towards them. They're going to get a beautiful Shackle as well. They're locking them down. The follow-up on towards Skeeter. He's able to get the time lapse off. They turn with the Ice Path here down on pretty much the entire team of Liquid. Primal splits off as well. Nisha has to back away. Super low on the HP. Another great Shackle, though, comes in from Mickey. Catches Snaking and Skeeter. Skeeter's able to turn with the bugs. Only latches on towards Mickey. Liquid, they've achieved what they wanted there. They take down 2 of the heroes, and maybe even more as a mark. The split comes to an end. They've caught him. Another Shackle comes into play from Mickey. 3 dead on Falcons. Liquid, they'll look at the Roshan. They'll probably consider if they can commit for this. They're pretty low, but what a fight for them to force there. Mickey, they might have been able to catch him out, burst him in that initial move back on the triangle, but back in action and backed up by the team. And lining up these sort of Shackles, Mickey, an absolute terror to deal with. They might get another here. Vortex onto Amar. He's going to get caught again. The Shackle onto both Amar and Snaking. Pretty much the 3 of them again. They're just all 3 of them dead. And now Skeeter's got to try and run. Tofu indeed with a stolen split has the catch into the setup. Skeeter's in trouble. Vortex from Nisha. 4 dead on Falcons. Liquid showing
insane.
That Mar trying to tease around with Ace, but Ace has got back up on the way from Boxy.
Long jump.
Now snaking. It's going to be another pickup here for Nisha. Snaking cannot save himself right now against the Storm and top. They're going for the setup here. He's going to try for the TP out, but Boxy,
nice tumble.
Lovely little move there indeed with the tumblers. Ensures that he can get the clean angle to come in with the hook shot and really start to, help Ace on the road to recovery. And in those last few fights, they've definitely set him in the right direction. We saw that period of the game. Ace, he was picked up, what, 4 or 5 times in a row.
No, and even if you do commit onto him, he's going to have Crimson, he's going to have BKB, and the Mjolnir charge will be on him. Mickey.
They get the opening. They'll be able to burst through the Aegis, but it's cost them Crit's life. They won't be able to go on Mickey a second time.
He feels like he has to because of how his other cores are having struggle at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be sure. Nice. Yeah, exactly. They can get the kills when they get the catch. And they'll get the catch here. The backup's coming in. They'll bring down Boxy, but can they get out of this? Nisha commits in with a BKB to find staking. Mickey's in with his BKB as well. Just as, as quickly as Falcons try and get a kill and get out of there, Liquid, they're just ready to just turn and punish every single time and ensure that they continue to just get these favorable trades. Now, Falcons they need a huge
trying
move.
Something.
They got, going for this 3-man smoke. It might be something that at least catches Liquid by surprise, but even if it does he actually get the job done? Crit. He's going to go for the jump in over towards Mickey. They'll get the follow-up pulverize, but can they burst him? They'll bring him down to half HP. Can they finish off the job? He's so low, but the backup's coming in. It doesn't matter. They've killed him off. They are able to kill Mickey. Can they cut the losses though and get out of this? Nisha tries to go forward aggressively, but he's low on mana. Still has a Soul Ring to play with to give him a little bit more of a burst to get out of there. And Mar turns back over towards Nisha. Nisha, that last bit to try and break away from the Primal Split. Ace is doing his best to clear through the Brewlings and allow Nisha to stay safe. Foxy's back in the action. Hook shots over to Maureen. They'll kill Maureen off. Nisha stays perfectly fine throughout it all. And now with the split coming to an end, Amar's left vulnerable. Ace has the static link upon him. Plasma Field will clip him. Falcons, they try and make this crazy move to get the jump onto Mickey. They succeed in killing him, but it cost them so much at this point. And now, just completely ruling the map. They've got their eyes on Skeeter top. Dust at the ready from Nisha. They've got the setup. As Skeeter in trouble. Has he got any way to play out of this? With the time lapse, he'll get it off. The chase will continue. And there's plenty of mana, or at least just enough from Nisha to close the gap once more. Mickey finishes the job. Skeeter dead for 70 seconds. Another kill for Mickey. A rare death hero there, bringing us a fantastic Rubik performance. It's something we just don't get to see. Atop, Maureen. He's got to start getting out of this one. Does have the BKB at the ready. He might not get the chance to pop it though. As the shackle comes in from Mickey. He's going to try and hold his ground with the grab, but the hook shot's in. He's gone for a minute. They're falling apart.
So any small thing he can do, you can feel the desperation for Falcons in these next moments. How do they stop the push?
He tries to start it, but he gets caught immediately by the shackle. He'll get the chance to still get off the Primal Split. Nisha, in with the BKB, wants to take Crit out, and will manage to do so with the duration of the BKB. He looks towards Snaking, but Snaking's back to the fountain safely. See, of course, once more, Tofu ready to use his own stolen Primal Split back aggressively against Amar. Amar's got to be careful, his Brewlings are dying. He's got to back away. Maureen's respawned. See if he can sort of help Amar out here as he comes out of the Brew Split. Tofu, he'll throw Maureen up in the air for now. They go straight over towards Skeeter. They've got the catch on towards him. We'll get the time lapse out, but the telekinesis is there for Tofu. He's gone. Hook shot over towards Maureen. The BKB will come up, but Tofu gets stolen pulverize. Grabs Maureen. Maureen to fall. Tofu, he's still alive throughout it all. They couldn't kill the Rubik. Tofu making some crazy steals, crazy plays. They can't kill him. They've got to just respect GG out after that sort of play. GG is called. Liquid, they take game 3, Fog.
That was so cool, actually.
There's one clear thing for me, at least in the series so far. In game 1, Ace didn't see him, right? Of course, you could argue about Liquid, how they played. And then Amar, he was like leading the charge on the bristleback. Game 2, game 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm genuinely a little bit conflicted because I actually like Liquid's draft more than Falcons. And I prefer Falcons draft every other game.
Yeah.
But they're definitely down in this series. And so for me, I don't know how to feel because Liquid was picking these weird non-cohesive lineups in a way. It was a lot of ranged heroes, a lot of selfish.
You're just kind of screwed. This one, there's a Mars that can be annoying versus him, but then there's going to be a box that can counter, so.
More snaking.
This is early.
Coming in with a wraparound. Should be able to set them up for first blood here. Tofu is going to get chased down by Amar. And will slowly burn out. So Amar gets the first blood there, thanks to the quick rotation from Snaking to show up and make sure they can outnumber the safe lane of Liquid. They're just doing more damage between the two of them as opposed to what Liquid can throw at Falcons off lane.
The living armor is adding up, to be honest. It's stopping some decent damage.
It's getting a lot of swipes. I mean, they're pushing for this kill. They'll get it. They get the kill, but it does cost them Mickey's life. Tofu also going to take a lot of damage here from Crit. I mean, it's going to mean that Crit gets the double on the cleanup, so Falcons, they're happy with that one. Liquid really pushing their limits to try and take Amar down.
Nisha will find that D ward, but looking in the mid lane, Malrine is actually ahead in terms of net worth.
Crit nearly able to stop Nisha getting that there, but couldn't quite get the deny in time, even with the Tame the Beast setup. Boxy, he's in a lot of trouble unless he can find the denied to Roche. He's going to try into the pit. But yeah, they'll get him anyway. Snaking nicely able to tank the Roche instead, so Boxy wasn't able to get the aggro. Malrine able to pick up a freebie.
That's a lot of damage.
They're gonna try. CTP's coming in though. Immediate reaction, of course, coming through from Falcons. And they turn, they get the Burrow Strike set up onto Nisha. Nisha is gone. We'll see back over the Wisdom Crit, holding back the two of them. Ice Path as well will give time for Liquid to pick up the Wisdom and maybe even get kills actually. Amar's pretty low, the swipes are stacking up. Tofu's going to be able to finish off Amar. Marin also ticking down low, will have to Burrow Strike away. So whilst they do lose Nisha, he kind of gets the job done. Make space for Liquid to still take that Wisdom. And on top of that, kind of get the opportunity to get Mickey involved in some kills.
It takes a good amount of time. They want kills into tower as well. On the side of Liquid, they can force buildings a lot easier with the Edict and the Jakiro.
Oh, they want to set up on a way spot. They're coming through the Twin Gate. Snaking's got the setup here with the Overgrowth. He'll drop the arena, but the ring's been thrown down here with the wheel. As the backup comes through, Malrine's in with the stun. Nice moves there through the Twin Gate, and just, again, the power of the tree, right? You know, you have Snaking just chasing him down, giving all the info, having the setup.
If Liquid can get the initiation, I mean, both teams, whichever team gets the initiation is going to be super strong. There's no Epi, though, so perhaps Falcons maybe a little bit weaker. They are looking to come, though.
They look for the setup onto Amar. He's got a lot of HP to get through, and he will drop the Doom down onto Nisha. Mari's in with a two-man Burrow Strike, but Amar's gone. And Nisha's going to have the freedom to sort of back out safely away from the fight. Liquid, they'll get the Wisdoms. So TP out, not going to be successful here for Boxy as the Burrow Strike's back off cooldown. But Mickey, he's well on his way back to safety over to the other side of the map. I mean, again, we saw them try it around the mid. It does feel like they've got to get Ace in and get this arena opportunity. He's going to try for it here. But there is backup from the side. They get the jump through with the Epi and the Burrow Strike. The wheel's going to get laid down as well as they close it on towards Nisha. They'll try for the TP out on Mars. He'll succeed, but that means Nisha's left on his own. And Liquid's attempt there to try and set something up with the arena, it goes horribly wrong, Fogged. And force them to reconsider how they want to move on in this game.
Yeah, is it going to be this? Right, we said the BKB for Ursa. It's scouted. They see it. They have this ward down from Snaking. And speaking of Snaking, finds a quick, easy kill on Boxy.
Yeah, lovely little setup.
So they identify. They see Mickey's items. Yeah, this is looking challenging for Liquid. Just difficult to see how they take any fights versus the way that Falcons is playing. And with these items starting to king, I'm worried for their damage too.
Marin gets the setup. Now the follow-up, he will get the chance to get the Yules off. And he'll actually turn with the arena, look to burst through Crit. He'll bring Crit down. Mickey, he's over towards Marin, but the Burrow Strike's back up. Mickey's going to continue to try and chase him down. Can Marin get away from this? He can, and he's got backup. Skeeter and Snaking turn up, so Mickey has got to get on the retreat. Get Glimmer Caped here, but the dust is out. Marin's considering going in for the jump. Will get the stun off. Buying time for Amar now to turn up as well. They'll have to use the cogs to hold back the chase. Amar trying his best to get through the cogs, but looks like the cogs will be enough to stop at least anyone else on Liquid getting doomed.
Boxy thinks he's being sneaky, but there's actually a ward right on top of him. Amar?
TPs are going to be coming in. So off to the side, Snaking. He's going to put a stop to the TP of Tofu. Holds back the Jakiro. Still though, the rest of Liquid are pretty close by. Mickey's able to make the jump over towards Snaking. Should be able to bring him down. The swipe stack up, they get the kill. Nisha's also able to run Crit out at the side of the fight. So they'll kill off the two supports. Obviously, they'd like something big. They'd like to find a core to jump on, but they probably would settle for a support. And they will.
The saving
find
support.
Crit. It's going to be a quick kill here. And trying for more there with a hook shot, but Marin's out with the Burrow Strike. Can they still look for more? They've still got a bit of time here with the smoke on Ace, but looks like the rest of the Falcons are just going to get completely away from any potential move.
Scan comes in.
No. I mean, Skeeter, he's going to turn towards Boxy. Boxy's got the Ghost Scepter, so we'll buy some time, and Dust is out onto Skeeter. Nisha trying to connect. The army's going to be laid down here from the act of the Clinks. He's got to put the BKB. The Doom comes out. Ace is going to jump forward with the arena, get the catch onto Amar, but the BKB's out. Burrow Strike comes in from the side from Maureen. Gets the jump onto both Tofu and Ace. Mickey also in trouble, having to just BKB and run in with the Enrage. The wheel's going to get laid down, though. Catches him on the retreat. I mean, this is always the concern, right? When Liquid really try and push it for these kills into these fights, the turnaround potential from Falcons is pretty huge. Liquid get punished for that chase.
The fight was split in two as well, too. I was actually watching the left side fight. Mickey got on Skeeter, almost brings him down at the start of the fight, but then gets kited. The box comes in. I believe there's like a Lotus or some other different kiting abilities, as Nisha will find a kill on crit in the back of tail of things. But overall, yeah, the Epi, they could still fight into Aegis. They're thinking about it.
Yeah, if Maureen can get the angle with the Epi Burrow. And he's going to go for it. He's straight in, gets the opening onto Tofu. Glimmer Cape will go off, but Tofu still ends up going down. Off to the side, Boxy's trying to sort of hold back the back lines of Falcons, but he'll have to run with the Ghost Scepter. Same to be set for Ace with this BKB. The Doom comes down from Amar. Ace is in trouble. Maureen back in on top of him with the Blink Dagger. They just have to bail out of this one. They get the stun over towards Boxy. Wow. It's 3 dead. I mean, they were just so quick on that. Maureen, in these sort of situations as well, he'll go onto the Jakiro, right? He doesn't hold back. He sees a chance to just jump in, shake up the fight, get that quick pick at the start. He knows that they still have this advantage overall. Nisha's hiding in the trees, but Amar's found him. He's got the BKB here. Both him and Mickey popping in and attempt to try and turn. And I tell you what, it's only gone and worked out. They've killed Maureen off. A huge kill for Nisha. And they might just get Amar as well. Mickey and Nisha turn over towards Amar, put the BKB. He'll get himself out of this for now. Nisha having to respect the fact that Skeeter's turned up. But I tell you what, that's sort of AFK in the tree strat. It worked out. They get a huge kill. They kill Maureen for the first time this game.
Looks like they probably won't find another pick off here.
I mean, it's not easy for Liquid, but it's not impossible. You know, we've seen some of the way Liquid can execute these moves. And in the mid, Ace is going to get the setup on a crit. Ice Path locked down. Mickey comes in with the damage. That's going to be crit gone. Ace, he's got Arena ready if he wants to make the move. Focus the tier 2 first here with Nisha. Skeeter's going to step up. They'll get the spear push back into the Hex. They've got the jump. Mauri's going to come in with the Burrow Strike, but the BKB was off from Mickey. He's in on top of Amar, but Mickey doesn't have enough damage to kill the Doom off. Now the Doom's going to get dropped down onto Mickey. Oh, they overplayed their hand a little bit.
They overplayed that.
They wanted to make that jump, but it goes horribly, horribly wrong for them. Ace to fall as well. They felt they could burst through the Doom. They could not. They got about, from what, 2/3 of his HP. They didn't really get that close to killing him there. They really overestimated how much they could make happen with that play, Fogged. Liquid, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to sort of try and go for these jumps again? Yeah, how on earth do you tackle Falcons right now with this new set of items? Falcons, they're ready to get the jump themselves. Amar, he's heading in with Shiva's guard. He gets the setup on Anisha. The BKB will go off. He'll try and run, but Maureen's going to be hot on the chase here. As Nisha will back off out of the fight, but the bash comes into play. It catches him. He's gone. They'll turn looking towards Maureen. They are able to at least bring down the Sand King. Can they get more, though? It's just down to Mickey and Ace as the rest of Liquid fall. Ace on the retreat. Amar continues to chase Mickey down. The double support buyback comes in now from Liquid. Can they get anything offensive done with it, though? At the least, they'll give the safety for Mickey and Ace to back off.
But this is giving so much opportunity and kind of ease for Skitter. He can just pick and choose how he wants to go in these fights because there's so much going on from his two frontliners. I mean, and then he's got a Ringmaster save.
It looks like they're going to try and go straight for it. See if they catch Falcons by surprise. They're going to try for the jump onto Amar.
So
he's got the BKB ready to press if he needs to. I mean, he'll pop it now, walk it off. They get the Ice Path laid down onto Skeeter. They've got the bashes as well, but the bailout comes in from Crit, giving Skeeter the safety to back off, and now maybe look to re-engage. Liquid on the retreat now. They've got to try and get out of it, but Crit slides in, has the Yules, into the wheel, looks for the setup on the way, says he'll put the BKB, be able to push back Amar, tries for the TP though, will not succeed as they kill him off through the BKB, snaking on the chase for Tofu into the trees. Liquid, they're trying for some desperate moves now, Fogged, and it's not working out. Falcons staying on top of these trades, coming up to a 20k lead. And Maureen ready to charge in on a fight if Liquid do try and bring a defense. Skeeter tries to step up again. This one will get caught in the Hex, but they're able to get out. Now Maureen's ready to make the jump with the Epifire onto the two of them. Catches Tofu, catches Nisha here with that second Burrow Strike coming out with a refresher. That's going to be Nisha, Tofu, and Boxy out of the game. The support's not having the luxury of buybacks. Nisha, he does though. Will buy back straight away. They're able to catch Skeeter here in the arena, but Crit bails him out again with the box. Mickey in trouble as the Enrage will be popped. It's coming to an end now. The overgrowth's there. Mickey's out of the game, 100 seconds, no buyback on him. Falcons, they keep the jump going once more. Nisha pops the BKB, but Maori with these bashes, killing him off as Liquid get team wiped. Falcons, they've done it here in this game 4. They're pushing us to a game 5, Bob.
That was, I mean, that was pretty explosive the way that they fight around. And honestly, man, Doom looked pretty decent in this game, but also, man, I don't know, this sanking on Maureen sometimes just looks so broken.
Making that move, like, go for it to go do something. Also, it's a bit weird. Like, after your lane, you want the battle free, you want to kind of sit back, get a blink, get a bash, get kills, and I felt like just that lack of time from Mickey entering the game.
And I do think it is a good scaling hero. Like, I think this could end up being a very, very exciting game that goes the distance. I think it has the hero set out for that. There's a lot of team fighting, a lot of low cooldown spells. So I'm excited for this one, and I think it comes on to play. To me, draft does not go significantly one way or the other.
I can't quite finish off the job. Yeah, it's going to have to let Boxy head back to the lane. In terms of that bottom lane slip off, pretty close. We'll see them. And this time around, Amar, I don't think he can be saved. He can't. Tries to battle here for the first Lotus. Liquid, they win that fight. It's going to be first blood for Tofu. Any chance they can get to kill Amar early on is going to be pretty huge. We saw obviously early in the series when he was on this bristle beforehand. It very quickly got to a point where he was out of control. Bottom lane, the two of them. Actually getting the catch on to Crit. A little bit of pressure off with this first siege creep. Maureen will get bullied away from completely finishing off the job here by Tofu.
I like this move from Tofu.
I actually might get a little bit more done here. Yeah, with the blood grenade and the dual breath.
Wait,
Maureen has got one charges in a sandstorm. Tofu, he really wanted that kill, Fogs. Doesn't get it, and that ends up, you know, that's pretty painful, right? You don't get the kill. You've only just gone and given a little bit more to this Sand King. Top lane.
Now Mickey.
They're coming in with the dive. We'll see a TP over from Nisha. He's going to come in with the burst, look to punish Amar. Amar, can he finish off Mickey in time? He can't. Nope. Mickey survives. Nisha coming in clutch to make sure that Amar does not get away with that as they kill Amar off.
Nisha, does he read the movement? Does he want to try to help?
Mickey's very dead. Straight in with the combo. Very nice move from Maureen that just comes in at a point that, yeah, Mickey, he's not expecting that in a million years. Yeah, it depends, right? Because, as you say, it never feels bad against not just the Sand King, right, but the fact that it's a Sand King Warlock. Going to be a huge AoE magical damage. Bottom lane. Snowball's going to come out, but Skeeter might be able to punish this, getting him with the Shikuchi. Crit has been caught, but Snake King comes in, provides the heal, keeps Crit safe, and with this, they can look for the turnaround. They take Ace out. Boxy not going to get out either. Crit has the bushwhack just in time to put a stop to the TP and set things up for Skeeter to get the double. Oh, it's going to be a time where the camp was just cleared. Maybe still here if Crit wants to try for the setup. Bushwhack to start things. There comes the Epi from the Invis. TPs are coming in. Mickey's pretty tanky. Can he live through this? He's trying to run. The backup comes in, but Maureen is able to pop him in time, takes the kill. They'll punish Crit in response, but can they catch Maureen? They need to make Maureen pay for this. It does indeed. Amar ready to start running at the supports of Liquid, and indeed just his presence enough to stop them from being able to chase Maureen down. So Maureen will be perfectly fine. Two very good power runes there used perfectly by Maureen to slow down this early game from Mickey.
Just barely too. Mickey almost lived because of this Ash Legion shield. The catch, Amar.
Able to turn around with the Remnant. We get the kill. They can get more. They get the Dragon Tail onto Maureen. He's got enough, just enough for the Burrow Strike out into the trees. It's a good catch onto the Bristle. Can they go for more? Skeeter's going for the TP out in the tree line. They won't see him. So the rest of Falcons do manage to back away.
Counteract the slow as well too versus that of course Sand King. Maureen really trying to push this tower as much as possible here. Top, you got a mark. Going straight for the Jakiro.
Mika try and hold them back. Good cut of the tree there. Stops the bushwhack from connecting, but the golem's going to get dropped down. Tofu, he's gone. Now Mark can turn his attention over towards Boxy. Boxy will hold his position on the high ground. TP's going to be coming over from Nisha. They want to try and fight this Liquid. They get the grab on towards Amar. Punch up from Boxy. They've locked off his escape here with the shards laid down. They'll burst through the bristle once again. And this time round,
they keep killing Amar.
Yeah, Liquid absolutely showing that they have the tools to tackle the bristle. Liquid's going to have eyes on Crypt. He's going to walk up into the high ground. Boxy and Tofu, they have a surprise for him, but Golem moved the jump forward from Maori. Might be enough to get kills in return. They'll look to Tofu. They're going to be able to take him out. It's the 1-for-1 for now. Mickey, can he get anything in response? Whoa, and Nisha coming in with the control. They certainly can. Nisha jumps forward, has the grab on towards Maureen, and make sure the Liquid come out on top of that one. Again, you know, Nisha making sure that he is everywhere that they need him. Bottom, Skitter's trying to push for the kill on Ace. But Ace, it's a bold attempt trying to TP out there. Does not pay off. Skitter's got enough damage to kill him off before he can get out of that one.
They've also, this hard lockdown that they have on the side of Liquid right now is problematic. Let's say Skeeter joins into a fight. He could just get chain stunned. Blink, stun, blink, stun, blink. Like so many different follow-ups that they have for it.
Here we go.
These moments for Falcons are scary.
They make the jump with the Dragon form, take Snaking out again. He just can't catch a break on this Warlock now. They see him, they kill him immediately.
I feel like these next few moments for Falcons are kind of scary. Like even though they have this Lotus for Amar, they have ways to bypass. They're looking for a wraparound. Trying to catch Liquid off guard.
I mean, catching Nisha would be pretty huge. Epi's coming in the side, but Nisha's going to get the chance to see them. But the Dissimulates doesn't get him quite far enough away initially. Still got an Astral Step there to play with. He'll get away from the epicenter attempt, and Boxy, he just jumps back in, gets a kill. Not going to get away with his TP out at the end of it all, but definitely shakes them up. And that's sort of Falcons showing their hand there, trying to make a move with the epicenter. But as it was, Nisha walks in, is able to sort of assess the situation, jumps out.
The longer and longer the fight, the better and better it does feel like for Liquid, as Falcons gonna walk up into high ground.
So they can get the jump. Maureen, that's the Epi. Doesn't really close the gap on Oace though, and now Liquid, they're thinking about the counterplay. The shards, it catches the three of them. Nisha jumps in, they manage to burst through the two of them. And make that a third as well. Amar ends up ticking out at the side of the fight. Snaking's dead. I mean, Liquid, them starting to make this one look easy in the way that they're coming in with these outplays, Fogged. They're bullying Falcons away from the Tormentor, away from the Roshan.
They're just so tanky on the enemy side that how do they actually focus fire any of these heroes?
Quick catch from Mickey.
Looking for Boxy.
And you know, they're definitely going to hope they get this Fog, because they used a couple of ults for him. They will find him. Question is if they can get out though, because time's been bought for Nisha to swing across. It's got the catch on a Snaking. So whilst they might have got the tusk, that's quite a heavy investment to take that support down. You know, 5 times now, and so these moments where it's, you know, without the Warlock, as I say, they can't really piece together a team fight. It hurts.
Bottom, Skitter. Boxy's hot on the trail.
He's ready. Nice to get the Dragon Tail off. Into the punch. The damage. It's not quite enough to stop him from time-lapsing. He'll get the Shikuchi off. Mickey with the bug upon him as well. Will not be able to get a blink off anytime soon. The Skidder might just be able to get away with this. Back over on the mid, though. Nisha and Ace killing off Amar. He got the BKB off, but literally like the final milliseconds of his life. And he's pretty much got his full Aghanims as well, Nisha. That's going to be flying out very soon, about 100 gold away. Fortification has to come out from Falcons. Liquid approaching the high ground. They're going to try for the jump on Nisha. They get the good setup. This time, they'll get the burst. They'll take him down. Elsewhere, though, comes at a price. Skeeter gets caught by the rest of Liquid out on the map. And Liquid, they might fall for it. They're smoking up aggressively themselves. They are going to go for this fight after Amar shows in the mid. The question is, can Falcons bring the team fight together perfectly to counter? They do manage to reflect the Dragon Tail stun into the bushwhack, but straight away the jump's been made over towards Skidder. Skidder has to back off. He's been caught by the silence. Nisha will continue to try and burst. We'll get the time that's on Maori in with the combo. They've taken out the 3 of them, and Amar survives. Gets the BKB off, runs away. Same to be said for Maori, who also gets to walk out of the fight. A bushwhack locks down Nisha, but the remnant's there. He'll get the silence follow-up on towards Skidder. Boxy coming in with the buyback, making sure that they have to jump forward to catch Skidder out. Crit also trapped by the shards. There was a moment there where it looked like maybe Falcons were piecing it together, but honestly, top tier buyback coming in there from Boxy. Make sure that they get those 2 kills towards the end of the fight.
miCKe can just put himself up on the front line.
Eyes on Maureen. He's going to go for it. Gets a good jump at the start. Lines at the burrow strike onto both Ace and miCKe. Defensive snowball comes in though on towards miCKe, keeping him safe. Maureen, he has to put the refresher to just get the second burrow strike to get out of there. He'll get punched up by Boxy. Maureen taken out, dead for 80. No buyback on him. Amar and Skeeter, they'll look to push back on the supports and will manage to kill Boxy off. They'll turn towards Tofu, but Skeeter has to time lapse away from the rest of Liquid. As indeed, once again, the cores of Liquid sitting up pretty much full HP. Amar couldn't even finish off the second support. Tofu remains fine. Nisha back in with another Redmond grab onto Amar. The Dragon Tail will get reflected, but Amar's in trouble. They'll try and force him back. Nisha bullying Falcons back to the fountain. 3 dead on Falcons. The supports may fall on Liquid, but the cores stand strong. Now, Tofu and Boxy, they already did what they needed to in the fight. Made the counter plays to the initiations from Falcons. Set the situation up for, again, Liquid's cores to just seemingly be untouchable in these team fights, Fog. And they're not even done. Okay, back in with the jump. They'll find Snaking. Snaking to fall. They'll come in with the buyback. They know the crits here in the tree line will manage to get away back to the safety of the fountain. But Skeeter, he gets burst. They get him with the jump. Nisha picks up another. 12-1 and 12 this game from the mid Void Spirit. And they'll continue to rack up that KDA. Another catch. miCKe diving up to the fountain. Snaking, that's a dive back from him. Liquid looking to close this series up as they'll get the Mega Creep, and indeed the GG is called. Liquid, they'll do it here today in the best of 5 against Falcons, knocking Falcons out. Liquid, they're moving on, Fogged, with this Game 5 victory.